Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Laura and this is lesson number 20 of our 30 days technique program, and today I will be teaching you twist. Twist for belly dance, so it means a movement and also a step with our pelvis. I want to start by saying that this movement comes, and this step, because there is the step and the movement, comes from the folkloric, but more than folkloric, the Bedouin dances, not only of Egypt but also of Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, and all this country of North Africa. So it's a very common move in all these kind of dances from the Bedouins of the desert. We took as belly dancer this movement because it's so interesting for the hips, and we put it inside the Baladi dances, the Gawazi dances first, and then in Oriental dance, what we call Raqs al-Shar'i. Let's start with the movement, just to understand what it means, twist of the hips. The twist is very common move in all the undulation, percussion, steps, so any step and any movement of Oriental dance contains this movement of twist inside, so better learn it. And the twist itself is already a movement alone. So first of all, we put all our weight in one leg, in this case is my right leg, and you have your left leg free, so ready to move. As always in dance, we move our hips or our pelvis in our free leg, because one leg is just to keep our weight and the other one can dance. As always, your body has to be straight, your belly bottom is in, your shoulder is down, your chest is up, your neck is long, and we keep a little bit our knees bent, just a little bit. My back foot is totally bare in the floor. So now we want to twist our pelvis, comparing to the torso, to the upper body that should not move at all. So we put our arms in second position in this way, and let's try to move our pelvis in a twist without moving our foot and without moving our upper body. So twist and go back, twist and go back. Try to push more than you can without going out from your lines. So also you have to control. Actually the difficulty is not really the twist, but to do it without moving the rest of your body. So try to keep your shoulder, of course you cannot stay totally perfect blocked. Something will move, it's normal, we are humans, but try to control more than you can. Of course, much of the control comes from your belly button and from the position of your arms. So again, turn. When I turn, I don't push my pelvis up, not down. I just stay in the same line with the floor, in the same line with the other hip. Of course, when I say twist your hip, it will twist also the other one, even if it's not visible, because it comes in the back. As the pelvis is all bone, is an entire bone, so when you move one side, of course it will move also the other side in the other direction. So again, twist, you will feel some contraction maybe here, and go back more than you can. So twist also in the other side to have more distance, more space to turn. You need your bent knees to have more movement. And try not to do it from your foot, because it's not correct. You can also hurt yourself, your leg, and it's not really cool to see, to watch. So try to keep your foot totally fixed in the floor and really push from your pelvis with these muscles that has to become strong. Let's try also in the other side, just to have a balance between both. Again, from the back to the forward and go back, forward, back. Imagine to keep like a kind of stick in your hand. Maybe you can take your brush to clean, just to do this kind of exercise, to not to move really much your arms. Or another trick can be use maybe a wall where you can put your arms like this and do your exercise. This will teach you how you really feel your arms and your upper body. Try if you want. Again, same leg, so this now I have my weight in my left one and the right one is ready to start. And twist, and twist, again, and twist more than you can, and twist. Was just to taste the move, to understand what happens in my belly, in my pelvis, where I have to push. So careful not to use your foot at all. Try to keep it dry. It's about get used to the movement of the muscle. When we do it actually in dance, we try to be more strong, as it is a kind of accent. We can use these moves also in tabla solo, in drum solo, or in some strong sounds, so becomes kind of tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. Of course, I take my space from the back and I give strong to the forward more than I can without moving much my upper body. Tuck, tuck, tuck and tuck. And let's try again on the other side. And tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. Great, I think you understood. So maybe now we can try to transform it a little bit in a step. In this case, we have to combine two types of movements. This one that was really a twist of the hips, and then we have to do the step to go, for example, forward. In this case, to be more comfortable, as it will become like fast movement, I suggest to heel up a little bit, to be more fast in the movement, to be more comfortable, even if it's a little bit more difficult for the balance. But you have your belly button will help you as always. So we are up and we try just in one side and tuck. I forgot to tell you something. So we have to do twist and we have to step forward in this way with one leg forward and one back, like forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. So we push our weight a little bit front and back, front and back. I will show you from this side. So we will do forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, and while we do this step, at the same time we have the twist. So we have two things to combine together. Again, and try to take your your strength from the back. More you go back, more will be strong forward. So and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. You see my pelvis do the twist and does the twist, and at the same time my foot go forward with this change weight, change weight, change weight. It's a kind of jump, but not really a jump. Let's try on the other side. So let's change the weight, up and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. It's necessary to take the weight from the back, to push all your twist from the back, so you can be even strong in the forward. So and bum and bum and bum and bum. Let's try a little bit faster to give, it will be easier, maybe it will become smaller, just to have more balance, because of course if we do it slower, the balance will be more difficult. So again, take the position, your belly button, your chest is up, create a kind of space between this part, the upper body and the lower body, and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. Let's try in the other leg. Preparation, and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. And as always, I try not to really move my torso, so let's avoid to do this. It's not interesting, you can see. After this, we can also try to change, for example, every 3 steps, every 2 steps, every 4 steps. Let's see how to manage the change, and this is very interesting. So as always, we start, for example, with my weight in the right leg, and I start from my back, and tuck, and 2 and 3, change, 1 and 2 and 3, change. I want to show you better, so maybe I will do it on spot in my place so you can copy better. Again, and 1 and 2 and 3, change, 1 and 2 and 3, change, 1 and 2 and 3, change, 1 and 2 and 3, change. When I want to change, as always, I have to make one leg free. I take one tempo just to organize the change. If I go a little bit faster, 1 and 2 and 3, and 1 and 2 and 3. It means that the 4 is for the change. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, change, and pull your foot forward in the front. So let's start maybe, let's try the change every 2. Let's see what happens. Again, 1 and 2, change, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Again, tuck and tuck, change, tuck and tuck, change, tuck and tuck, change, tuck and tuck. I do all with my ears up. I can go also side to side with the same step, and in this case I have to move the feet in a different way. For example, if I go forward, if I go in my left direction, I have to use my left hip to lead the movements. And look what happens to the feet. Of course, I do the first with the twist on spot, 1, and when I go back, I move a little bit my back foot in the space to take the direction. So 1 and 1 and 1. In this way, I will really move in the side. I take my space to do it more. 1 slide, 1 slide, 1, 1. I try in the other direction, so I go in this direction, my same hip to lead the movement, and the back foot will just be dragged to, or better, slide in the floor to allow me to move. Again, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and again, 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, change, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's try not to move too much the hands. This is actually the main problem in this kind of steps, that after becomes like this, or we move too much the feet. The feet has just to do this job, but they don't have to turn with the pelvis, so it becomes totally another thing. It is not existing in belly dance, this kind of movement. So this is actually the most difficult to manage. So again, let's feel very well our arms, and a help can be that you really keep your arms, your palm outside direction, so you are pushing in this point, and here you can relax totally your arms. The important is the hands. If you keep your hands in the correct position, it will help to keep all the upper body really straight and fixed. Again, tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck, and in the other direction, so I change my weight, tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck and tuck. What you think? Let's try with some rhythm. Of course, if you don't feel still comfortable with the movement, I suggest you to go back a little bit with the video and try it again. Of course, it can be very useful. The rehearsal make you professional, the repetition is very important. And when you feel ready, let's start with tempo. also by doing a big turn, of course fast, and we can combine this movement in many different ways with other steps and many different directions. I just want to show you now the same movement maybe combined with a melody in a fast tempo, just to see maybe how you can use it. Let's try together. Just an improvisation on fast tempo music, just to understand, for example, how to put this type of movement, which changes we can do, which transition in the music, but more interesting, of course, if we use it inside a choreo. We will see how. So please write me in the comments if everything was clear, if you need more explanation, if you have any doubts or questions, and I will be very happy to answer you. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow with another lesson.